Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly, sometimes known as Shelly Tsunami, which is not my real last name. It's a crazy time we live in right now, folks. I mean, if you think about all of the quarantines and social distancing, and I don't know that you can get much more social distancing than YouTube. I gotta say, my heart goes out to everybody who's been affected by it so far. I know everybody's on hyper awareness. Please, you guys, just do the best you can. Keep your wits about you. Don't panic, because panic will decrease your immune system too. Today, it's not why you're here. You want to talk about some of the things that we're going over today? I received my Boxy Luxe for the month of March, so I'm going to go over the contents of it. And I also am going to do not one, not two, not three, but 4 different looks with the Hello Charmer eyeshadow palette that came in this month's Boxy Luxe. I hope that interests you guys, and I'll give you my thoughts on it, and it'll just be one of those videos where we just kind of chit chat and play with makeup. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please ring the bell so you get notified of all my future videos. I like to post Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Otherwise, without further ado, let's get into the video. Very simple work look. I used 2 shadows in this and not a lot more than that. Okay, you guys, so let's take this a little bit step further for date night. For date night, going from work to date night, I think that brown colored, the Cup of Joe, I think is what it's called. Yeah, this Cup of Joe actually worked out really well as a transition shade. And then I did both this, what almost looks like a duochrome. And when sometimes I look at it, it looks like it's purple, sometimes it's blue. I use that, that's the color Full Size, and then the color Charmer. Charmer, I actually really liked the formula of. This Full Size almost feels, when you put it on, it feels dry. It feels, I don't want to say chunky, but there's definitely something about it that didn't really perform as well as the like a more kind of a teal colored charmer, I think, the aqua color. I think it worked out really well. And then this Luxe color I used just on the inside to kind of bring it a little bit more because I don't do a lot with yellows to begin with. I did use the eyeliner that came in this month's Boxy Luxe as well. It is from Elizabeth Mott. It's like, it says smooth shadow. I think one of them is more of kind of a brighter color, and then the other one's a darker color. I don't even know what color it is. Color Raven. I think when you, like, because of the whole hooded eye situation, when you looked right at me, you don't really notice all of the colors, and then I blink and it's like, oh, okay. I did top off the NARS liquid lip with this glitter flip from Ciate that I picked up as an add-on, and it just kind of gave it a little bit more in the center, makes my lips a little bit fuller. That's pretty much it as far as what I would do, taking that really boring blasé, you know, work look into something a little bit more after hours. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I am going to take this off. I've got a few colors in here that I haven't used yet. I'm going to probably dip into 4 or 5 more colors that are in this palette and just see what I can do as far as more of a fun daytime look. I kind of wanted just to see how the formula plays out and if I have the same problem as that darker blue. Being creative with makeup is part of the fun, right? I mean, it's fun to play and fun to dabble and fun to try new things. Combinations that you would normally do. Is this a combination that I would do to leave the house in? Maybe. It just really depends. It depends on a lot of different things. The warmer colors that I used in here, I can tell you that the mattes, like this yellow and, which was the color Spoiler, as well as the color Unboxing, had a fair amount of kick up. So I'm getting like this dust and it's traveling and then it's like, I don't know that I love it. And the same thing with Premium. Those 3 kind of matte shades just really felt not as densely packed and not as pigmented as I would have liked. I kind of had to work a little bit. The Unboxing got a little patchy, but I had to keep going over it. And because I was using it to just kind of give the whole dimension and gradient look, it was okay. The color Swipe Up is a glitter. It is a pressed glitter. It looks pink in here, pinkish, kind of goldish in here. It looks pink and gold you know, when you swipe it, but when you put it on, it really turned almost green. And I don't know that that really worked with what I was going for. Is it a pretty color? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna take Pop Up, see what that looks like. Okay, not a true white. Something a little strange with it, but all right, just for fun, I added a little bit more. You can leave well enough alone. Okay, you guys, so far I'm not upset by this palette. I want to do one more look. I have an idea for this color exclusive, this kind of grungy bronzy color. It's kind of almost a greenish bronze color, and I think it was really pretty when I put it on. I think it might make a really good like all over the lid shade, and I might try buffing it out with like maybe Cup of Joe. I did change up my lip color this time. I went in with ColourPop lipstick called Virgo Moon, and just kind of do a warm color because that pink was so cool. Just, I guess maybe I'm just not feeling it today. So I'm gonna take this part off and I'm gonna come back with one more look. So I came up with one more look because the last look just wasn't something I thought I was going to wear the rest of the day. This is something that is just a lot more me, and it's a lot more just kind of normal everyday. Yeah, it's a little smoky, but the brighter lip gives it kind of something a little bit more fun and interesting. I used this color Boxy, which is the first shade. It's like a matte white, and I used it to sort of set my eyelids because I had kind of gone over it with some foundation at first, so it was a little tacky and I wanted to put that down because I didn't know how the other metallics were going to behave with it. Then I went over this color exclusive. I actually really like this color. That to me is probably my favorite color in this entire palette. I did use a little bit of the Cup of Joe over the top of it, and then I kind of used that Boxy, you know, to kind of clean up the outer edge of it too, and I normally would have done that. My final thoughts on this palette. Is this a palette that you need? I don't even know that you can buy it if you're not a BoxyCharm subscriber. I gotta be honest. So I've been kind of on the fence with the Boxy Luxe, which is a quarterly subscription. I think the last Boxy Luxe, I was like, I really wanted the Boxy base. It looked better and more interesting than the Boxy Luxe. This one for me was, I was excited about the Boxy Luxe because this one was pretty much a guaranteed in it. I think Boxy Base got this too, and I don't know, I think it was a little FOMO, fear of missing out. that got me more excited about this, because I was like, oh, that looks like a fun palette, you know? Like, you got the blues, you got a blue, you got a green, you got a brown, you've got some warmer colors. And I got it, and it's like, okay, did I need this palette? I don't know that I needed this palette. Is it a decent palette? I mean, can you get multiple looks out of it? Yeah. So if it's one of those things where you're on Boxy and you can get it as an add-on or something else in the future, okay. You know, if you don't already have it, fine. If you got it and you haven't played around with it, I hope this gave you some inspiration and some color combinations to try with. I'm going to go over the Boxy Luxe. I got variation number 9. I don't have my reading glasses on, so if I screw up some of this, I really apologize. I got the Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture for Eyes. The MSRP on this is $70. And I can tell you, I normally use Bioderma micellar water to take my eyeshadows off in between looks. And what I noticed with this is after I cleaned it off, I went ahead and hydrated my eyes a little bit. And this kind of stung a little bit. It does have hyaluronic acid and algae extract, so I don't know if that's one of those ingredients is what kind of felt like it stung, but anyway, so there's that. That's $70. I think that was my choice item this month, because when I realized choice was open and I got on to make a choice, that and like one other random thing that I wasn't super excited about was on the list. And I mean, I'm an eye care junkie, so try more eye cream. Okay, the next thing I got was the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. This is a duo, and so it's got the Boom Boom Cream and the Coco Cabana. And I just recently got these at Sephora they had it as one of the birthday choices when I was at Sephora. So actually I already got these. I do have one of these already. I hadn't ever tried this before, so these ones are brand new now. I already have another set of these, so I'll hang on to them for a while. $15 is the MSRP. Okay. The Hello Charmer palette from BoxyCharm. MSRP on this is $39. I gotta be honest, I don't know that I would pay $39 for it. Not when the Cara di Picante palette was $29, or the Fenty Beauty palette, the Moroccan Spice palette, was $29. I don't know that this is better than the Fenty palette. Okay, I think everybody got one of these. I don't know, a smart facial cleansing device. The MSRP on this is $99, and I'm not going to turn it on right now. The bristles, you know, I mean, I guess on one hand, I think it's nice that you can get something that will be easier to clean, because I think the silicone type thing will be easier to disinfect. I sometimes use a facial scrubber type brush, but not on a regular basis. It does have some harder kind of nubbins on the top. So up here, these are firmer and these ones are pretty soft. The soft ones feel like, yeah, I can kind of see. But when it starts to vibrate, I don't know, those top ones feel like they might be kind of hard and abrasive. So I don't know how I feel about this. Would I have paid $99 for it? No, 100% no. I would not have paid $99 for this. Now, without looking at it, without trying it, without seeing how it's going to perform, I don't know. This is not an item I would have chosen for myself. It is not an item that I think I needed. Okay, the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment. I got this one. $25 is the normal MSRP on it. I have a couple of these in the past. This color I actually really liked. I put this back on and then I went over the top of that with, of course, the old House Lab Venus, my go-to. I thought this actually worked really well with it. I'm going to continue using this because I'm excited about that color. The Elizabeth Mott Smooth Shadow and Eye Pencil Duo. So that came in a package like this, and it came with two different eyeliners. So I got Raven and Pearl. I did use Pearl to kind of brighten up a little bit, but then I feel like it just kind of went away. So we're gonna try that again. A little bit more of this back on here. But even me just using it a couple times, I already feel like it's kind of worn down the tip a little bit. I don't see a sharpener in the tail end of either of these. This Raven one, I thought was perfectly fine. Actually, I had no problem with it all. I'll use that one again. MSRP on that eyeshadow pencil duo, $40. I don't know that those are each $20 a piece. To me, they're like $10 a piece, because I think you can get e.l.f. or NYX that is just as good. The Deborah Lippmann Fire on the Horizon I Can't Stop the Feeling nail polish set. Came with 2 colors. I actually used one of them right before I started filming this just to see, because I didn't have any nail polish on. I put on 2 coats and it actually seems to have dried down pretty quickly without any weird patchiness at all. So I'll continue to use, I mean, this color's, it's kind of, I mean, it's spring to me. One of them's more of kind of a corally red. That might be a good toe color. We'll just have to see. So the MSRP on that, $19, I think. I think that's what it says. It's either 18 or 19. Are they each $10 a piece? You know, honestly, I think of OPI and SE are more the $10 a piece. Kathleen Lights. They seem like they're bigger bottles than this, but it did dry down fast, and I didn't use a primer and I didn't use a top coat on top of it, so I'll be curious to see how long they last. And then the last thing was the Appeal Cosmetics Gel Liner. This was a lip liner. I'm pretty sure it says wear up to 7 hours without having to reapply. $21 MSRP on this. If you can see, when you put the lip gloss next to the lip liner is a lot more warm than the gloss. So these didn't really go together. I did wear them together, but I use the Appeal Gel Liner in the future. Yeah, I mean, it was enough of a neutral that I could wear it. That was everything that I got in my Boxy Charm Luxe, but I'm gonna do the quick ad for it. So these are $49.99, I think, a quarter. About $70 for the eye cream, $15 for the Boom Boom and the Coco Cabana Cream Duo. The Boxy Charm Hello Charmer eyeshadow palette, $39. The facial cleansing device, $99. I'm just not feeling that. The NARS liquid lip, I actually really do like that. That was $25. I would absolutely pay that for that. The Elizabeth Mott Smooth Shadow Eye Pencil Duo, MSRP is $40. I'd maybe pay $20 for that. I don't know that I'd pay $40. The Deborah Lippmann Fire on the Horizon and Can't Stop the Feeling nail polish set. That was, I think it says $19. And then the last one was the Appeal Cosmetics Gel Liner, $21. I don't know that I'd pay $21 for that. So the ultimate MSRP on that was $328. If you're paying $328 for all of this stuff, oh, okay. If I had $328 to spend on cosmetics, I don't know that these are the choices I would make. I know that sometimes we get these and they have these extraordinary value and you're like, wow, that's a great deal because I got all this stuff for $49. Okay, you guys, so that was my Boxy Charm Luxe video. That was my 4 looks with 1 palette, kind of some reviews and some notes and what my thoughts are on it. I'm gonna film my intro and then I'm gonna wish you guys a fantastic afternoon. I know that this goes up at 3 p.m. Pacific time, so that might be dinner time for some of you East Coasters, and it's late in the afternoon for the West Coast and somewhere in between for everybody else. And I just want you to know that I really appreciate you sticking around this long. If you guys are not already subscribed, please subscribe, please ring the bell, please give me a thumbs up if you're feeling generous, leave a comment down below, please, please, please. Did you get this? What do you guys think about the palette? What do you guys think about the other things that you got? Did you get a different variation than I did? I mean, I've seen some things that, you know, people got some things and I was like, oh, why didn't I get that? Why didn't I get the cleansing balm? Because I use cleansing balms. I guess that's all for now. So until my next video, bye for now. Obviously.